Here's why you want to stop paying your mortgage monthly and instead you want to pay your mortgage every single week or at least bi-weekly. And I watch a lot of Dave Ramsey, and Dave Ramsey talks about getting a 15-year mortgage because that's going to save you a lot in interest payments. And you also pay off your house in 15 years. And I get the whole idea behind the concept, but the problem with that is that most people, or just most average working everyday people, aren't able to afford a 15-year mortgage because homes are so unaffordable or the cost is so high that for the average working person, even if they have a good household income, they can't afford a 15-year mortgage, or the 15-year mortgage is just not feasible. Now, let's say you do manage to pull this off. Even if you can get a 15-year mortgage, it may not be in your best interest because then you'll probably be stretching yourself and you wouldn't have any money left over to save for like emergencies or just any extra money left back. And so most people are going to have to get a 30-year mortgage realistically. But I actually found this out recently, and here is how paying your mortgage bi-weekly can actually help you to save a lot of money. And also, by paying your mortgage bi-weekly, you're only making one extra payment per year. So it's not really gonna cost you a lot more. It's just gonna be one extra payment per year, but you're gonna save thousands. And depending on the cost of your house and how much you have left on this mortgage, this could save you over $100,000 easily. I mean, who doesn't wanna pay off their mortgage early, right? Or saving on interest payments, because if you pay your mortgage off early and you save a ton of money in interest payments, then you can start using most of your income towards saving, investing, and doing a lot more stuff that you actually enjoy. And the biggest expense for most people right now is housing, whether it's rent or a mortgage. So if you can actually eliminate that a couple years earlier, and you can also save a lot of money in the process, I think this is going to be a really big deal for most people. So here's how this works, right? In every year, you have 12 months. So if you currently have a mortgage, you're gonna be making 12 payments per year. However, there are 52 weeks in every single year. And if we divide 52 weeks by 2, we're gonna be left with 26. So this means that if we make bi-weekly payments on the mortgage, we're gonna be making 26 payments. Now, in each month, you have 4 weeks. So this means that if you do bi-weekly payments, every single month, you're gonna be making on average 2 payments per month. So if you divide this 26 payments by 2, you're gonna be left with 13, which means that if you pay your mortgage once per year, or if you pay your mortgage once per month rather, every year you're making 12 payments. However, because some months are longer and some are shorter, if you pay your mortgage bi-weekly at the end of the year, instead of making just 12 payments on that mortgage, you would have made 13 full payments on your mortgage. Now, this is where you start saving a lot of money. Now, when I say pay your mortgage bi-weekly, I'm not telling you that you should pay the full amount of your mortgage twice per month. What I am saying is that you should take your mortgage and split it in half and then pay that every 2 weeks. So for example, if your mortgage is currently $1,500 per month, then what you want to do is you want to divide that by 2, which is going to leave you with around $750. And so you're going to pay $750 on your mortgage every 2 weeks or bi-weekly. Now, I'm actually going to pull this calculator up and show you guys just how this works and how much money you could be saving by making this one simple change, which is not going to cost you a lot because all you're doing is making one extra payment per year by paying your mortgage bi-weekly. So it's not going to really change your budget by that much. But just before that, just a quick reminder, guys, if you are new to the channel, my name is Eann, and on this channel, I talk about ways to make money, ways to save money, ways to invest your money. I talk about bank accounts, credit cards, just about everything to do with personal finance. So if you like these videos, you like these types of topics, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. It's 100% free, won't cost you anything. Also, be sure to subscribe with the notifications on. That way, you never miss the updates of when I post new videos. And if you guys ever want to talk to me one-on-one, you can message me on Instagram. The link is down below. But with that said, let's get back to how making bi-weekly payments on your mortgage can save you a ton of money. So let's look at this calculator right here. And this is the bi-weekly mortgage payment calculator. You guys can come on this website and use this yourself if you have a mortgage that's either lower or higher, or if you want to change the interest rates or something else, you can actually do it here. And this will tell you exactly what that change would work out to be for you. But let's say you buy a house for $300,000 and the interest rates are right about 4.5% right now. and you take out a 30-year mortgage. So you're pretty much just the average person here, and this means that your payments would be $1,520.06 every single month over this 30-year mortgage. Now, you'd be paying a total of over $247,000 in interest, so you're paying almost double for your $300,000 house over 30 years. And in fact, almost half of this is going to be going to the banks in interest payments. Now, if you modify your mortgage and you start paying it bi-weekly with this one simple change, now you'd be paying $760.03 every 2 weeks, which is exactly half of the $1,520.06, which is your current monthly mortgage. And then you'd only be paying around $203,000 in total interest, meaning that you'd save around $43,000 in interest over the period of 30 years. Now, I don't see a reason or any reason why you shouldn't do this because, again, in this example, all we're doing is making one extra payment per year to save over $40,000. If you're saying, well, Eann, $40,000 is not a lot of money. If I were to offer you $40,000 in cash right now, I'm 100% sure that you would take that money. So if you're on a 30-year mortgage, you should definitely consider switching over to bi-weekly mortgage payments. So this can actually save you a ton of interest. This also takes me back to Dave Ramsey because he says that we should all be on a 15-year mortgage, which would actually save you a lot more money. So for example, if we took this exact same mortgage and we modified it from a 30-year to a 15-year loan, we would go from saving just $43,000 to saving over $140,000 in interest. So the main point is this: if you can get on a 15-year mortgage, then that's great. But as I mentioned before, it may not be feasible and it may not be realistic for the average working person right now. But if you can, then you could potentially save hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest payments. But if you can't do that, then still consider switching to the bi-weekly mortgage payments because that way you can still save thousands of dollars. And even if you check the amortization table, not only does it save you in interest, but it will also help you to pay your mortgage off a bit faster. Now, this is also really easy to pull off because most mortgage companies or banks, they'll actually allow you to pay your mortgage bi-weekly. And if you call them up and you say, hey, you know what, I want to start making or I want to start paying my mortgage bi-weekly, they'll actually set up a schedule for you or a schedule for you, and you can actually have this money paid bi-weekly. And they're not going to be actually applying it towards your mortgage bi-weekly. They'll simply just grab the money, put it together, and then every single month they'll make the payment for you. But this way it still helps you to save on interest payments. And then even if the mortgage company you're using doesn't have this set up where you can automatically do bi-weekly payments, then what you could do is just look at your due date and ensure that you're making 2 payments before that due date every single month. So for example, if your due date falls on the 1st of the month, then you can set this bi-weekly payment from, let's say, your checking account. And then that way you know that, okay, I'm gonna make a payment starting after I make my next full payment. And then I'm gonna make this payment on, let's say, the Wednesday after my next full payment is due. And then I'm gonna make this payment every other Wednesday moving forward. Now, like I said before, most banks, most mortgage companies, they already have this built in. And if you call them up, they will allow you to do this bi-weekly mortgage payment. And even if you have like an online dashboard where you can view your mortgage details and you can pay online, then you could probably set it up from there. But if not, you can still set this up from your checking account and pay your mortgage bi-weekly. And again, this is going to save you a lot of money in interest and also cut down the time off your mortgage. So if you're still on the 30-year mortgage, definitely consider this. If you have the 15-year mortgage, consider it as well. And it really doesn't matter if your mortgage is just $100,000 or even if it's $1 million. It really doesn't matter how much. You'll still save a ton of money by doing bi-weekly payments. And I'll also leave the link down below for this mortgage calculator so you guys can use it for your exact situation to see how much money you could save and how much time you can get off your mortgage by making these bi-weekly mortgage payments. Now, if you're watching this video and you're working a job or maybe you have a business and you get paid by commission or your income is just not that consistent throughout the year, let's say you make like different amounts of money every single month, then instead of doing bi-weekly payments, which could be hard for you, what you could do is you could simply just remember that every single year you need to make one extra payment on your mortgage. And you can actually use like your Christmas bonus or your sales bonus if you're in a sales position, or even your tax refund to put towards this extra payment every single year. So even if you don't have a set income that comes in every single month, you can still do this, you can still pull this off, and this can still save you a ton of money. So comment below, let me know if this is something that you've heard about before, or if this is something that you'll be trying now to pay your mortgage off faster and also save a ton of money in interest payments. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. All the best with your mortgage and saving a ton of money. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.